about time. What's going on?
Rumor report, rumor report. This is the Rumor Report.
Talk to him.
With Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Yes, so everybody was watching parts 1 and 2 of the Last Dance documentary on ESPN last night, and we learned a lot. So one of the first things that we learned was Jerry Krause. He was the team's general manager, and there was a lot of tension behind the scenes with the general manager and the team. And here was a quote from Jerry Krause that everybody was talking about.
Jerry Krause, the Bulls general manager, says, quote, "Organizations win titles, not players," end quote. Funny thing, I've never seen him post up and hit a short jump shot.
This quote that was attributed to you.
Well, as you know, David, there was a misquote. What I said was that players and coaches alone don't win championships, that organizations do. I do sincerely believe that organizations as a whole win. One part of it can't win alone.
Yeah, right. You can have the best executives in the building, the best executives in the world, but if you got trash-ass players, nothing is moving. And amazing players can make trash-ass executives look good, but not the other way around. Trash-ass executives can't make whack players look good. It's not happening. Great-ass executives can't make whack players look good. Mm-hmm. Whack players are whack players.
All right, another thing they discussed was Michael Jordan talks about when he joined the Bulls, the cocaine parties with girls and everything that he would not partake in.
Preseason is in a hotel, so I'm trying to find my teammates. So I start knocking on doors, and I can hear someone says, "Shh." And then you hear this deep voice says, "Who is it?" I says, "MJ." And then they all say, "Oh, he's just a rookie. Don't worry about it." So they open up the door. I walk in, and practically the whole team was in there. And it was like things I've never seen in my life, as a young kid. You got your lines over here, you got your weed smokers over here, you got your women over here. So the first thing I said, look, man, I'm out. Because all I can think about is if they come and raid this place, I am just as guilty as everybody else that's in this room. And from that point on, I was more or less on my own.
Man, but you could tell they were just such great athletes. If you're able to sniff cocaine and then go out there and still play all of those minutes for 82 seasons, wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
If you look at it like that, I mean, or you can look at it like Michael Jordan said, he didn't do it. And some of the greatest athletes haven't. Like if you look at Floyd Mayweather, he doesn't drink or smoke. Like they just have, much respect for their bodies and know what it takes to win.
Yeah, but if you knew the people who were on cocaine and the great things that they were doing, you'd be like, wow, cocaine is a hell of a drug. But God, they some hell of athletes.
Now, we learned a lot about Scottie Pippen and his role as well, the number 2 player in the NBA. And he took a lot less money for 7 seasons. He signed a long-term contract.
Scottie Pippen signed a deal in 1991 for 7 years for $18 million. And if he'd played it right, he could have made 9 times that amount, 10 times.
I felt like I couldn't afford to gamble myself, getting injured and not being able to provide. I needed to make sure that people in my corner were taken care of.
I can understand why he would do that. Young kid from Arkansas, you got $18 million,
he went
guaranteed.
Something sure.
Yeah, you don't know what the future holds. I can understand him why he would do that deal.
Absolutely, especially he had a huge family. He didn't want to get injured. I get it, but if that happens, if it works out the other way, you got to take that. You got to eat that sometimes.
Yeah, you can't throw Jerry Krause all the way under the bus with that, man, because I'm sure the owner had a lot of say in that as well. And I don't think Scottie was selfish. I just think he was smart because there are no permanent friends or enemies when it comes to business. But everyone needs to realize that's how contracts works. Okay, if you sign it, you got to play it out. Michael Jordan had to play his out. Michael Jordan contract was trash too. 8 years, $25 million. He had to play his out. Scottie had to play his out.
But then also when the table turns and there's a problem the other way, company still got to pay that man regardless. If you'd have got injured or if there would have been a problem, nope, you still got to pay that money.
Yeah.
Well, Scottie Pippen did have surgery, and here's what happened.
I had a ruptured tendon in my ankle, and I decided to have surgery late because I was like, you know what? I'm not going to my summer up trying to rehab for a season. They're not going to be looking forward to having me, so I'm going to enjoy my summer, and I'll use the season to prepare.
Not mad at him for that, especially being that was the last year of his deal. You already won 5 championships. You're on the way to winning another one. But I guess at that point, they were already ready to wash their hands with that whole regime. So they was like, well, we're not re-signing him no way, so why restructure his deal?
All right. Well, that was a lot going on. And since we're talking about the NBA, The NBA is going to be withholding 25% of players' salaries starting in May. So that's what they've agreed to. What they're going to do is do a gradual reduction over the course of the remainder of the season. They made that decision in conjunction with the National Basketball Players Association. They'll be expected to continue through the course of the coronavirus crisis. So in order to provide players with a more gradual salary reduction schedule, partial reductions of 25% will start with the players' twice-a-month payment due on May 15th. So NBA players have been getting their full salaries, but now
this is what I don't understand. They signed a contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I thought contracts were guaranteed in the NBA. I thought your money was guaranteed in the NBA.
And
I guess
these organizations make millions.
They made a decision with the Players Association, and that is what represents the players. So if they made an agreement, that's what they've come to that decision.
That's not fair.
So
that's not right. That's not right. We signed a contract. So if the organization makes more than expected, they don't say, you know what? Well, here's a bump. We're gonna give you a little extra.
Absolutely.
That ain't right.
So now,
that ain't right.
Absolutely. So now that they're not making what they thought they was going to make, you gonna hold back some of my salary. I just thought the contracts were guaranteed, so I'm kind of surprised by that. I would like to know more about that.
Well, they agreed on it with the Players Association, so I guess even though it is guaranteed, they could have not agreed to it. But I guess because they also want to make sure, think about all the people that work at these places that are impacted. And so a lot of them are still getting their salaries. So a lot of players have donated money to those people also. So it might be involving everything.
Yeah, but the owners ain't holding back their money so they can pay the concession people or pay the people that work at the stadium. They're holding that money to help their bottom line. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're giving extra money to those people. I don't know, though.
All right. Well, that is your front page news. Rumor report.